Hello, friends. Welcome with Dr. Alam, and I am from the Youth Leadership Development Foundation. Today, I like to speak about one of the very important topics that many people, many speakers, many leaders, they get in trouble. How to avoid unnecessary statement and how to avoid unnecessary topics that is not needed, but randomly people and leaders are and speakers are speaking on stage. So remember that you can avoid something that is not needed, unnecessary burden. So as a human being on a stage, you are speaking, there are so many people, there are so much pressure you have, and at the same time you are delivering some important stuff, some speech, some information. It could be very formal information, but now while you are talking, while you are speaking, while you are presenting, some stuff come at your human mind. What do you do that point? It is so important to remember that when your mind catches up that there is some unnecessary speaking or talking and some issue at your mind, you need to avoid it. Just cut it out. But you know what? Most of the time, we as a human being, we fail to rectify. So basically, sometimes we don't realize, we don't realize that we are saying that is unnecessary stuff. So once you identify some information is unnecessary, you have to lock it. You have to throw it in the trash. You cannot really go back and talk about it. You know you don't need it. Just lock it inside your brain cell and then don't bring it up. But how hard it is to do that? It's really hard. By knowing or without knowing, whether you know or without knowing. If you know and catches up, you must log it up. But most of the time we misspoke, and misspoken is a part of human nature. And that's it. Towards human, people make mistake. We as a human, we are always making mistake. That's fine, no problem. But how much attentiveness you have to have, how much potential you have when you are on a stage, make sure your brain catches, your mind catches what your tongue is producing and saying. So while I am saying that your tongue will produce some wording, some articulation, make sure your heart and your mind and your brain they catches up. Is this needed for these topics? Whether or not, if it does not need it, just avoid it. Sometimes remember the time is of the essence. You don't have enough time, you have only a small amount of time, but you have